Welcome back to Sushimi's house. I'm your loving host, Master Sushimi, joined today by my sweet sister, Ice Bubbie.
Hello.
We are back with some more Final Fantasy XVI. I don't believe there are any more side quests for us to complete.
Does not appear to be the case.
We swept everything up the end of last session,
yes,
and then just turned it in.
And we do have a pending bounty, but it was like rank S, and it was like 10 levels higher than us.
Yeah, it was something like level 45.
Yeah, so it'll be a little bit before we target that. We haven't forgotten. It's just, we're 36.
I have not had any time to myself. And what little time I have had to myself, I've dedicated to taking care of myself. Yeah, like the holidays happened, and then like post holidays, going back to work is so hard. A, because you've had so much time off, but then B, your jobs are then like the royal us, like everyone's jobs are always like, okay, you fucks were out, now you gotta make it up, and it's like, but it was the holidays, like we weren't out by choice. If I were in our father's shoe, I would be looking up pipe bomb recipes.
Yeah.
They have him working overtime on the weeks that holidays have happened. Now, if you know anything about sort of U.S. Labor law, anything over 40 hours worked is overtime and must be paid at minimum at 1.5 times your pay rate, right?
Yes.
There's a workaround to this. Hours worked is very specific length. If you have worked less than 40 hours, but your paycheck reflects more than 40 hours, you are not necessarily entitled to overtime.
Yep.
When you have a holiday, right? That's 8 hours that you aren't working, but you're still getting paid for. Which means if you do any overtime during that week, unless you crest over 8 hours, you're not meeting that 1.5.
Yeah.
Which is garbage, frankly, but they're making him do it, and they know they're doing that.
Wow.
I know if I were in his shoes, I'd be like, no, that's ludicrous. I won't do it.
Unacceptable.
Across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl would do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Oh, I was like, interesting.
Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Yeah, this girl does not want to go see Daddy's grave. Understandably. No. Understandably so. Yeah, well, so so it's bullshit. That too, with us, we came back. And of course, holidays, you see, you have family in town, you see more people. My coworker had both of her kids get sick, so she had to be out for a couple days. Cannot be helped. Both kids got sick, Also, it's even if she's they're feeling fine, daycare won't take them back if they have certain symptoms. It's a lot. A lot has happened. So, holidays, playing catch up, and then new computer, so adjusting to new computer, fidgeting with things, and all the jazz. So anyway, it's been a bit, but here we are.
And you're here now. Thank you, Obelisk. Don't mention it.
Obelisk, do you mean to sound like a pirate?
Uncle.
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of a strongbox with us, but has considerable knowledge of the goings-on in cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I for one believe Miss Teleman's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of the dockyards, no matter how deserted. If rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at her door. Why I pen you this note, I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill and warn us of any impending attacks. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration.
Okay.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Yeah, no. Good on Uncle, though, for being proactive.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we're like, oh, he's kind of silly, but
So
like,
what?
he's still
Made
smart as
promise
hell.
to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset.
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks.
I mean, he's
Just
not
like
wrong.
when we built this place.
Also, will ideally
You're right.
benefit us long term.
Anyway,
Right.
we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Okay.
Yeah, you're such a little
Will
shit.
you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me.
Yeah, I
Just be
also
sure
would have
to
liked
give
to
Sid and the
have
others
done
my
that.
regards.
Honestly, I might at some point look up the cutscenes
Oh,
for
by the way, Jill will be
um,
joining us too.
Homeboy and
She's got
the
some things to
doctor,
take care of, but she'll meet us
Arja,
there.
like
Yeah.
their
Hope
little
she's
side
telling the
quests.
truth at least.
Oh, got nowhere I can go but here.
Nowhere else to go.
It's Legacy.
This is feeling like a trap.
Old grave? Or the old hideaway?
Right away.
That seems like it.
Mm. Oh, real cutscene. Ooh.
That
Her hammer?
her hammer?
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it.
Sorry, what? Took me a second.
What? What he said?
What did you
I
say?
will say this, old friend.
Who should wipe from front to back?
Hugo
I-
Cooker is gone.
I hate that.
His
I
shadow
hate that
looms
Sid
over
would have
us
had to
no
tell Clive
longer.
that.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
True.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
Phoenix can only bring himself back from the dead.
Life has a beginning
And even then, we don't know that he's
and an
died.
end.
He maybe just like can come back from the like Super
So we
Saiyan
must
style.
give all we have
Yeah.
to
Like
chance,
come back from the brink of some real rough shit.
Yeah, because I mean, he was like,
and not as slaves to the crystals.
we cut his throat
but
pretty
as
good.
free.
May we join you?
Hey, of course. Oh, grumpy. So grumpy. You forgot your sunglasses?
What a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Jill starts giving the same speech that Clive just did, and Clive's like, no, I just did that.
Tell me to wipe from front to back.
And
I used to have so many UTIs.
like, why did I hate even more that you had to be told that by
It
Sid?
wasn't
By Sid?
no scenic view back then,
This area doesn't know
but
how
it
to
was
wipe.
never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
Thought she was gonna be
So
like,
our
well, good
mission
thing I'm
remains
almost dead.
unchanged.
Yeah, why are you so
We
kicked
cannot
up?
stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
Wine
It's the
side.
capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
Fair.
We would indeed.
You've had
Please.
some degree
Yeah.
of
If you're off to
familiarity with the past
Dominion,
few.
You can
Yeah.
take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth.
You know, I
between
actually
the
literally
Dominion
was
and
having the thought when they showed them, like they zoomed in on all their faces as he was like, as a team, we're gonna do this, and it showed Lady Karen and
It'll be a
Goots,
damn sight
I guess they
less
call them.
risky than footing it the length
I
of
did
the
have the
history
thought
road.
briefly, and I almost said it loud, but I was like, well, obviously it's not gonna happen. I was like, man, put them in our party. I just want to see her in a fight, or I want to see her be like,
Okay,
I don't fucking fight. I'm just gonna
I'll
stay
get
back
me
here.
things, and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bucklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
He really was dragging her along a little rough.
You're with me.
Understood.
Always.
And Gav.
Already on my way, Captain.
I'm gonna go see your
careful.
uncle, and I'm gonna go charm him
Aye,
too.
always.
I'm gonna get all the Rossfields to like me, including your mama,
Wow.
your brother,
That's a
and your
tough
mama.
sale.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Adorable.
Been trying to avoid biting my nails. Something I've done all my life. Doing my fingies. Done okay. Got some real claws on me though.
Gotta cut him up.
I gotta find like a decent nail clipper.
You could treat yourself to a mani-pedi.
I thought about it.
I mean, there's a place super close by. They do good work. I actually tried to go there recently, but it was like an hour wait, and I was like, nope.
Oh, were they like book solid?
Yeah, and in that, I was like, in that hour, I can drive home in 15 minutes and then get seen in less, and that's exactly what happened. A baby. Don't touch me, you're not Shiva. Onward. Okay. Vague. Hate it. Hate that.
Feeling?
Better.
Ominous.
Thanks to Talia.
I'm
How
glad
are
to
you?
hear it.
I'd like trying to remember how to pronounce it.
Thin boy.
Woof. Yeah, I was in the shadows.
Ready, go?
Also wild that we like wolf whistle for
Well, you know.
This used to be a trade
She
route
likes
for
it.
merchants crossing the scars.
this to be
Till the
catcalled.
Republic laid a new road wide enough.
I like
to
the idea
make
that every time
pass.
she shows up, the
official traffic
Gangster
route
Paradise
there.
theme starts to play.
Leaving this one
Yeah.
for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
She walks towards you, or trots towards you.
Just starts chirping.
Uh-huh.
We'll walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
No.
Time to fight.
Did you forget that was a thing?
No, it's just so good. What are you? I'll
So
kick
what do
your
you think?
asses.
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
For
I take it
us,
there's danger on
if
the road.
only someone would help us. Oh, look.
Right, this feels like bad acting.
This
Yeah.
fearsome-looking fellow. You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh,
You
no
think
doubt.
this broad-shouldered
Assuming he's
gentleman
willing to
could
hear us
help
out.
us? Yeah, this is a trap.
Well met, friend. My brother and I
Hail
have
and
been
well
tasked
met,
with finding the
brother.
merchant's missing carts. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker,
But I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts.
Yeah, I also know the work of thieves when I see it.
Estimation, the bastards are lying in
Next
wait
time you should steal some
just
talent.
down the road.
we may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear.
Oh
a
god.
band of
Yeah, I'm
backwater
like trying to go
ruffians.
through like
What
what
do
were
you say?
things that we said we would talk
Will you
about next time
help
we
us out?
recorded. Because again, it's
Chances
been
are
so
they'll come
long and
for
we've
you
had
either
some like
way.
shenanigans happen.
If you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your trouble.
I don't even. Okay, well, I'll start with a few, I
I'm
guess.
going to have to deal with them anyway.
So of course, because the holidays
Clearly got a
passed,
fine head on those broad
again, that was something we
shoulders.
talked about, I think, during the last
lucky
recording
you
or the
came
last
along.
session that
Now,
we don't necessarily have
hoping to make a heavy purse
carol
from
like
Buckland,
Christmas carols.
our merchant
Oh,
friend
yeah.
So
loaded
this year,
his
I actually
cart
kind of
with as
made it a
much as
point
it
to
would
like
carry.
listen to more Christmas
Reckon he
music
won't be
because I
forking
just
over
was
the
like,
rest
I
of our
don't.
fee
I don't,
if we
you
don't
know.
find those goods.
Other than like
So,
if I'm in a store or
while you're
something.
seeing
So
to
like my
those
coworkers and I would
bandits,
put it on as like background
keep
noise while
your
we were
eyes open.
working. And then Jonathan and I, like when we were wrapping presents, we
Just
put
don't
it
expect
on.
me to drag the cart out of there
And at
myself.
one point in the cart on the way here, we put it on.
Leave the cart to us.
And
You just put an
a
end to
song
those
came up
bandits
called
and point
Backdoor
us in the right
Santa
direction.
that had
Yeah.
absolutely nothing to do with
care of
Christmas
that.
other than the man using Christmas-like metaphors to essentially be like, let me just look up the lyrics because I was like, I cannot believe this made it on a Christmas playlist.
sure
Somebody
I trust
clearly
those
did
two.
not like listen to the song.
Right, they just googled Santa.
They were just like
should probably
Santa
take care of them.
songs, and then they were like, "Oh look, Backdoor Santa, sounds cool," and I couldn't believe it.
These must be our bandits.
Yeah. They call me Backdoor Santa. I make runs about the break of day.
Let's try.
I make all the little girls happy while the boys are out to play. Like, no, no, sir. I ain't like old Saint Nick. He don't come but once a year. Like, he's not subtle at all. I come running with my presents every time you call me dear. Like, yucky, yucky, yucky. What else? It's so bad. Let's see. I give them a few pennies. Okay. I keep some change in my pocket in case the children are at home. I give them a few pennies so that we can be alone. I leave the back door open so if anybody smells a mouse. And wouldn't old Santa be in trouble if there ain't no chimney in the house? Like, this guy is like, yeah, while your husband's out of the house, I come and play with you, and if you have kids, I'll just give them change so they don't bother us. Oh my god. Insane. And it's just going on and on about how everybody calls him Backdoor Santa. By Clarence Carter. He's got a good voice, but we were like, I can't believe, I don't even know, but we were just like, yeah, like, you know, Kelly Clarkson, Ariana Grande, you know, classic Mariah Carey, which, like, you can say whatever you want, the song's a bop, yes, it's overplayed, move on. And then here comes Mr. Carter,
That's
like,
Santa.
yeah, we're all talking about
How
Santa.
about some new shit?
We're all talking about Santa. Have you heard of me? Backdoor Santa? No, we haven't, Mr. Carter. What does that mean? Yeah, I fuck a lot of women.
I do butt stuff.
I do butt stuff. While the boys are at play. And I give your kiddies little change. Kick. Oh, maybe? Yeah! Hey, the kick's back!
I love the kick.
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, the goodies. Alright, are we about to get jumped by those brothers?
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's really
Seems
annoying.
We found ourselves the right man for the job.
What did you say, brother?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
Oh, maybe you
How
guys
exactly
just...
will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You guys are also thieves,
You've done
but...
your part. And that's all you need to worry about.
Don't worry about it.
They just seemed like opportunistic thieves. Like they were like, well, these thieves are kind of moving in on our turf. What if somebody could kill?
There's no need to be so rude, brother.
Maybe don't lose the act yet,
What
brother.
if we want his help again next time?
So there's gonna be a next time.
Right.
Get cart.
Which, speaking of a next time.
Oh yeah, next time at Tsushimi's house. Later.
Bye.
You gotta know you're in for something special. You gotta feel it in your bones. Oh, you're gonna find what you need all in time. If you're looking for it, na 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 na. If you're looking for